3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, hello, internet world. I'm back in my heavenly glow right here. I really want to keep this cowboy train rolling so I can just go barrel through it and I can move on to the next one. I'm trying to really do it. I'm trying to really do it every day. Anyway, alright, where was I? Jesse, what are you trying to tell me, huh? I don't know the difference between a man and a coyote. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Other guy, panicking slightly. God, no, man. I ain't say nothing low about you. God, man, I'm your best friend. Don't you know that? Jesse, do I know that? How do I know you ain't some dirty low down double crosser just waiting to stab me in the back like all the rest? Oh, Jesse, you can't trust anybody. Still, he lets go of the guy anyway. The guy quickly staggers away while Jesse lingers a little longer, scanning the area for any sign of life, waiting and watching. Then finally he turns back around and wanders off back away with his friend, Jesse muttering, "I'll get you, whoever you are out there, I'll get you. And when I do, you gonna damn sure wish you was never born." They leave. Joshie and Dawson come out of the sand dunes and shake themselves off. Joshie, geez, what a maniac. Dawson, yeah, all the famous outlaws are like that in Hollywood. Crazy or sexy, or both. He thinks about it for a moment. Usually both. In the old days, I think usually the hero was sexy and the bad guy was just average or could even be ugly. But nowadays, yeah, the bad guy is usually crazy and sexy. Where was I? Joshie, ugh, I guess we can't stay here. You know, the Old West is a real pain in the ass. We gotta just keep moving town to town. When you're not welcome, you don't hang around. What song? That's a song. What song is that? Oh, I think that's Cher. I think that's from Half Breed, now that I think about it. Dawson, word. Who says word? Cut to that night at the Oasis. As the sky is dark and the moon shines up above, Dawson and Joshie come up out of the sand like zombies rising from the grave. Dawson, Joshie, that's doing too much. Dawson, sorry, I gave in to temptation. They shake the sand out of their pants and shoes. Dawson, so they were buried in sand all fucking day. I don't know what kind of, I feel like that would do harm to your body. I don't know what kind of harm, but it just seems like it. Dawson, I pray to God that we don't run into Jesse's little hideout. Joshie, yeah, but now that you said that, some shit'll probably go down. They set out from the oasis and start wandering across the desert in search of a better place. A better place than a place that has water in the desert? I don't know, man. Then suddenly in the night, the shadowy figure of a rider on horseback suddenly dashes in front of them. The horse rears up, whinnying and startled. Oh, all startled, it says. As the rider frantically tries to shush his horse, and Joshie and Dawson... wait, what? The rider frantically tries to shush his horse, and Joshie and Dawson back away quickly. Rider, whispering, "For God's sakes, be quiet. He can't know I'm leaving." Joshie and Dawson look. There's a lot of whispering in these stories, I've noticed, but it's like action stories, so okay. Joshie and Dawson look up and realize by his voice that it's Jesse's friend from earlier. What is this? Got some notes in the back of the notebook about what bus to take for a job that I had hella years ago. Oh, and then here's some pictures of the house from the zombie. One of these days I'll read the zombie parody. It's fucking long, and there's a sequel that's even longer. But one of these days, it's like my crowning achievement, basically. Look, I guess that's Gimli, or maybe some lumberjack or something, I don't know. And then, this is 3 pictures of anime Ben Franklin, I guess? I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay, that's cool. And then, because this is when I was working on A Hose of Liberty, which I also need to read. This dog right here. I was so into, for a second, drawing British foxhounds with the Revolutionary War British soldier uniform on them. Like, I just thought that was the best thing ever. Yep. Alright, that's the end of that notebook. Let me find the next one. Alright, cowboy hisses at them. Out of my way. You trying to get me killed? Dawson, we're stranded. We need a ride. That's abrupt. It's like, oh, your problems? No, I don't fucking care. Give us a ride, you know? Joshie. Oh, my kitty is down there. Joshie. Yeah, take us or we'll wake up your whole crew. Cowboy, you better not. It'd end just as bad for you as it would for me, or worse. But fine, get on. To Dawson, you thin as a lynching rope. To Joshie, and you one of the smallest motherfuckers I ever seen. My old blue bale can carry us three. They hurriedly get up on the horse, and the cowboy kicks them off into the night. Dawson, where are you going? Cowboy, out to California. Yeah, that's fucking far. Dawson, that far? Cowboy, I got to. Listen, I know you heard of Jesse James, but you don't know the half of it. He's the devil incarnate. I slipped him some cactus juice to keep him sleeping. What? Like some booze made of cactus juice? I don't know. It's not peyote, is it? Because he has a gun, and I can't imagine, like, a cowboy being high on hallucinogens with a gun. Like, and I'm sure it happened. You know what? I'm sure there's at least one movie out there about a, like, settler town who, like, fucking push out all the Native Americans. I know you're not even supposed to say Native American now, but you know what? Fuck it. Because I don't know what tribe or group or family they would be. So, you know what I fucking mean. They're kicking out the people that lived there before them, and those people obviously get pissed, and they say we gotta do something, but they know that they can't just ride in and, you know, attack because these people will just cut them down, so they poison the whole town with hallucinogens, and then the whole town becomes, like, all fucking, like how they say in like, you know, the whatchamacallit, in like the witch burning days and stuff, how some people claim that it was because their bread got moldy and the mold was hallucinogenic and they all started fucking going crazy. Like, it would be like that. I mean, I know the witch, basically the witch kind of, like, kind of hinted on those things, like just how much it fucking sucked to live back then and how when things go wrong, it's like so fucking scary because you don't know what's going on. But anyways, I always like that type of shit. Let me take a drink. Alright, where was I? Alright, I slipped him some cactus juice to keep him sleeping, but who knows if it'll even work on a demon like him. I gotta get far away as I can. Otherwise, I just know I'll be dead before the week is up. Joshie, it seems like everyone's gone crazy around here. We came through that town back there. They were doing some kind of blood ritual or something. It was horrible to see, but everyone wanted to see it. They loved it. And then there were a bunch of wolves in the streets. I don't know, it's weird. Cowboy, those weren't no wolves. Joshie, then what? This ping pong fucking dialogue, I can't stand it. Note to myself, don't write like this anymore. But then again, at the time, I was kind of indulging in shittiness, because I was like, you know, I was, just like now, I was listening to all the bad movie reviews, and listening to these B movies and C movies, and being like, hey, I think that's cool, I can do that myself, and, you know, anyway, so, maybe some of it is intentionally shitty, I don't know. Uh, Cowboy, those are the men and whores. You didn't see their ceremony to the end, did you? Not that I blame you. Joshie, huh? No, I guess not. We ran. Cowboy, ooh, that's bad. They don't like people who ain't watch what they got to show you. Dawson, yeah, we pretty much got that when they ran us out of town and tried to kill us. Cowboy, well, listen to this. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Once they had their fill of blood and screwing? Or does that say screwing or screaming? I can't tell. They changed their shape to wolves and run. Like the bloodthirsty animals they are. Joshie and Dawson. Damn. Cowboy, huh? You're right there. It is a town of the damned. This is anti-wolf. Joshie. Well, we didn't really mean it like that, but that's cool. You could take that and run with it. Cowboy darkly. That's Dollface McGee's town. Dawson. Yeah, we met him. Hey, yeah, we met him. Joshie. He hosts the fights. Cowboy. Oh, he does a lot more than that. His daddy was one of the founders of that town. They're all dead now, along with all their sons. All but him. Joshie and Dawson. Creepy. Cowboy. But I think a flashback could explain it better than me on my own. Plus, I'm starting to get tired. Oh, you know what's funny? I went on a date one time, and I was working on this at the time. I had it in my bag, and I was talking about writing or whatever. I think he was a writer, too. I can't remember. And we were talking about it, and then he said, oh, let me see your story. I was like, okay, it was not finished. And he was like, okay. And he started reading, like, maybe a page before this, and he was like, he didn't realize it was a comedy. And he was kind of reading it more, like, seriously. And then when he got to this part, he's like, what? Like, he was like, wait, what? Like, okay. You know, he did a really good voice for Dollface, I think. But we didn't, hit it off, just too bad. But hey, we gotta do their own thing. Where was I? I think a flashback could explain it better than me on my own. Plus, I'm starting to get tired of talking. But here goes. He clears his throat. The flashback transports us through a wavy screen to a sepia-toned land of hardship of 20-something years ago. Cowboy. The Civil War tore this country apart. Everywhere you look, men had lost their life and limb and mind. They say the end of the war kept this country... Who is this little sexy guy? I don't even know who that is. It's not anybody from this story, but okay. There he is again, but he looks pissed off now. Who is that? I don't even know. Kept this country together, but where the fightin' been, the whole world was falling apart. Some folks just went insane. Some struck out for the West. That's how McGee's family got here, along with the rest. The flashback takes us to a little frontier church, somewhere out on the plains. It's sunset and the group is gathered for religious time. Religious time. Inside the church, the whole group of people look beat down, broken, and busted, covered in dirt and dust. There's one family in mourning black, and then at the end of the pew is Papa McGee, looking like the carbon... What is this? Oh, this is from a music video I was gonna do. I was just thinking the other day about how I still want to do that video. Oh my god, why is there so many just random what is this? What is this? There's so much random shit in here. And no story! Oh my god, look at this guy's weird face. Well, at least I was drawing, but... Where is the story? There's so many drawings. And there's just, like, doodles, too. Like, just skeletons and shit. Oh, God, Jesus. Okay, the carbon copy of his son. Except with a little more brownish hair and mustache instead of jet black. But then again, this is the sepia world, after all. Preacher. And we must never forget to take the reins upon ourselves and give our share. Blessed is the Lord, and so all our days shall be if we hold him with love in our hearts. We must ask what we can give, lift the Lord above, and reap the rewards of our gratitude. We are truly blessed, and, McGee, blessed, are we? Blessed? Sarcastically, truly, surely. A more blessed group of people couldn't possibly exist in heaven. Preacher, shocked. McGee. McGee gets up, taking a drink from a flask in his hand, drinking in church, blasphemy, and stumbles slightly as he approaches the pulpit. All the other broken down people who were pretty much just daydreaming through the sermon now wake up and stare, fascinated at someone dissenting for once. McGee. Give. Yeah, this is the part that the dude was reading that I went on the date with. He did a really good voice for Papa McGee. Give. That's all you can ever talk about. Why is it never enough? Why is it not enough to lose our homes, our jobs, everything? Sons and daughters, wives, fathers, we gave them too. How much more can we give? How long can we be so fucking grateful for nothing? Preacher, this is blasphemy. Yeah, okay. McGee, blasphemy? Then blasphemy is the truth. Ooh, man, that is like hardcore. Your words are the shepherd leading the flock to slaughter. The whole audience sits up, now really into this. McGee, how long do you think this is like a Twilight Zone style like speech. How long do you think we'd go? With you at the helm, one or another of us dying every week. How long until none are left at all? Did you think we'd all just march into our graves, smiling till the last breath? Preacher, McGee is circling him dangerously. McGee, see, God abandons you too. Ooh, shit. He won't put food or water in our mouths when we need it, and he won't put words in your mouth when you need them. Preacher, you're insane. He tries to run for the door, but McGee blocks him. He starts to breathe hard as he realizes what's really going on. McGee, I've been insane a long time. Fair enough. Preacher to the congregation. Why do all of you just sit there? Why don't you say anything? Why don't any of you try and stop him? Why don't you hush him? You just stare like ghouls. Congregation. ... Preacher, haven't I given you hope when you needed it? When there was nothing else to lift your spirits? McGee, maybe they're like me, brother. What is he, Hulk Hogan now? Maybe there's only one God they really hold dear in their hearts. And this is him. He tips back the flask and finishes it. Oh shit. The only true reliever of pain. Oh man. I know the true meaning of blasphemy. He grabs the preacher then, in a sudden motion, and pulls him against himself, cutting open his belly with a big knife. What the fuck? Blood pours out on the floor with a splash. The entire congregation leaps up out of their seats and come running over like someone just saw the poor old Shangri-La. They bury the preacher beneath their frantic bodies as they rip him to shreds, eating his flesh raw by the piece, and cupping their hands in his blood to drink. Holy shit. That gives a new meaning to the body and blood. Maybe that was the point, I don't know. From the pews, a little tiny, lonely, black-haired child watches in fascination. End flashback. Joshie and Dawson. Whoa. Cowboy nods. And that child was Joshie and Dawson. That child was Dollface. Cowboy. Right. You guys have done this before. They traveled to the town where they are now and slaughtered everyone in it to take for themselves. They followed the laws of nature of beasts, and now they are beasts themselves. His horse suddenly whimpers then and pulls to the side nervously. All three humans look up and across the horizon, seeing a mysterious teal glow off in the distance. Dawson. Okay, I've never seen that before. Joshie, cool. Cowboy, shudders. The forbidden zone. Joshie, that's it? Out there? What is it? Cowboy, I don't know. Nor do I ever want to know. They say men and women alike disappeared from the towns before they started to see those lights out there and hear strange sounds. I've seen a lot in my life and tempted a lot of devils, but I'm not trying my luck over there. Joshie jumps down off the horse and starts to wander towards the lights. Cowboy, oh, you crazy little son of a bitch. To Dawson, you'd best grab your friend. He's lost his mind from the lights. Dawson, hey, come back. Don't make me sound like a stereotypical male sidekick in a kiddie anime. Okay, 20 minutes.